the wing player, and they think they're just going to win with
go all in.
on the wings. Yeah, just and go and say we can outscore everybody every night because
there's not enough balls for everybody.
I don't. Who would it be though? That's what I'm saying. That's the question I got. You think? Let me ask you this. Do you think there's any way they feel that they got a shot at Karl Anthony Towns? You know what I mean? Is there a 3-team trade in the mix?
Now he intrigues me, and honestly, maybe the Timber Pups are.
Oh, they're selling out hard. They've been terrible. They lost 10 in a row or whatever it was.
Honestly, Karl Anthony Towns does not equal any winning. He hasn't won a game since November. I mean, they're going nowhere fast.
Yeah.
I mean, does he even really put people in the stands? He's not the exciting guy that people say, oh, God, I got to go see Karl Anthony Towns. People go for that wing play, that guard, that guy that's going to score 30 points and do it in, fantastic and eye-catching fashion.
Wouldn't you sell out at this point if you're Minnesota?
Karl Anthony Towns shooting threes and, not playing any defense and scoring on the post, is that getting anybody in the stands when you're not winning?
No, but the Rockets might be intrigued by that a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they feel
they can feel like that guy's never been getting a chance to be in a winning culture.
Let me ask you this. If you're the Pelicans, and this is a big question, I know maybe a lot of people are against this, but if you really believe, here's my only thing. This is the only way I don't make this trade.
Miss Lorena said they want Holiday.
Well, see, that's the thing. You've been hearing a lot about Holiday with Miami.
Holiday and Capella in a deal?
See, now that's an intriguing thing. I'll tell you, man, she broke some shit just now. Because I'll tell you this, no, because I'm saying the Holiday's been talked about. I don't like Miami, what they could bring. I'm not sold on Tyler Hero. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a good player, but I'm not trading Holiday for Hero.
Twitter, so I know she knows her stuff.
That's what I'm saying. But think about this. Are you trading Holiday for Tyler Hero? No. I like Tyler Hero, but I'm not doing it just for Hero and another throw-in. I'll say this though.
But you don't think he would put some people in the stands for obvious reasons?
I don't know, man.
Just because every time he hits a three, they can. There goes my hero.
It's very captivating, man. It's captivating. Well, you know what? Well, Pat made a good point too, though. Michael Porter Jr. Would you take Michael Porter Jr. and they got an abundance of guards over there in Denver? I would take that deal. I don't want to trade Drew Holiday. It'd have to be something that would knock my socks off. But like Miss Lorena was saying here. I like what she's saying about Capella.
I say you want that Kobe jersey. Nah.
Oh, shit.
That's staying temporarily until I go down to the game.
Hey, I'll tell you this. Next game, we got to all catch, man. Y'all got to find Jorge. I don't know where Jorge's been. Has he been abducted? We got to find Jorge, go to a basketball game. We could go and let Brett fall asleep in the first quarter again.
He's falling into the system.
Yeah, Brett can name all 2 players that he can find on the floor. He'll fall asleep in the first quarter. But
we're off on a tangent. How would you... Do you think?
No, I like what she said though about Capella. I like the Capella thing. Would you do that?
Drew Holiday for Capella.
If you gave me Clint Capella and some draft capital,
and then you can have another move to send
Derek Favors,
who's on an expiring deal.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. A lot of people ain't taking into account. Everybody's thinking about that. Favors is a free agent.
Capella is much better.
You have to pay out to Favors. He's got his last big contract ahead.
Any big man outside of Zion.
Capella's an upgrade over Favors. I like Derek Favors, but Capella can do some different shit.
Capella put you in a playoff hunt.
Yeah, he can cover a lot of ground. He's an ultimate. I mean, look, Favors will make the play that comes to him, and he's sturdy, he's fundamental, but Capella could track the ball anywhere on the floor. I mean, that dude could go find a shot and block it from 10 feet away. You know what I'm saying? He's got that kind of width and wingspan, and that, he's definitely a hardcore shot blocker, in my opinion. I love his ability to change shots.
You would trade Drew...
I would trade.
Does anybody get any extras on?
I would want something. Deal? I would want something somewhere else. If there's I don't know what their draft picks that they hold. If they have anything special with any other
honestly,
teams'
I think
picks,
they could be valuable because I'm still not sold that they're a championship team. I still think that maybe they're a top 4 team in the West.
Now, well, even with Holiday, you think?
Maybe, but
they don't have a defensive big though.
They could be taken out in the first round.
They don't have a defensive. They don't have a defensive big.
And then you have a middle of the first pick. You have some capital.
I mean, who else on that team makes any money? We're definitely not taking Gordon back.
It depends on if you're going for the playoffs or if you want
to. Because to me, they still have to get a big somehow. They have to find themselves a big somehow, some way. I mean, I don't see anybody. There's no center on that team.
Maybe Favors comes back to them.
That's why I was thinking about that too. Is there a possibility where Favors could go in the same deal, or there's another deal that happens? I don't know, man. Favors has some value though. Getting future younger assets or a draft pick. For Favors makes sense. Holiday, like I said, I don't want to trade Holiday. I really don't, man. I'm a big Drew Holiday fan, but if the right deal's there, you can't be stupid. I was a Cubs fan. I didn't want to trade Aramis Ramirez, but we had to with the deal that was on the table.
To remember the Westbrook deal. They don't have much capital.
They don't at all. That's a problem. That's intriguing, man.
I mean,
there's so much to talk about. The trade deadline is on Thursday, right?
Do you take back PJ Tucker? He's a guy that can be a rotational guy for a good team. I really like him as like the 5th, 6th, 7th guy for a championship team.
He doesn't have to score. That's the thing about him. He doesn't need the ball. That's good. That's what I'm saying.
He brings you a certain toughness, something that the Lakers have. That's why they're winning games.
I think
they're real in the body.
I'll tell you, the Lakers would be smart to go get a PJ Tucker type. I think they need one more guy like that, in my honest opinion. I think they could use a guy like that. I think Tucker. I mean, he could be a guy that they unload to get some of these deals done. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you, I'm a little higher.
Taking back for the Pels as part of the Favors Capella deal.
I don't know, man. It'd be pretty intriguing. I love Clint Capella, though. I think that'd be a big mistake.
I know one guy who's not coming back.
Who's that?
A guy that hated his time here.
Oh, no, Eric Gordon. Fuck no. I don't want Eric Gordon back here. You couldn't pay me to keep Eric Gordon here, man. That dude sucks. I'm not a big fan of Eric Gordon. He sucks as a person, and I think he's an overrated player as well.
Pat Riley is definitely against the Capella for Drew.
All right, Pat. You got to give us some backup on that, Pat. I mean, I like the Michael Porter thing.
Turner because of the spacing.
I like the Michael Porter deal as well that Pat brought up earlier. I would take Michael Porter and one of those guards, like a Beasley or whoever the other cat. I mean, like somebody like that. If you could throw me something like that.
I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of film of it, but I know that son of a gun could score some fantasy points.
Beasley? Yeah.
No,
Michael Porter. He's got some game, man.
He never plays, but
Michael Porter has like all-star ceiling. I mean, he could definitely get up there. He could become an all-star. He's got that kind of potential, man. That ceiling is there for him.
Man, this is some interesting.
I'll say this, Capella though. I understand where Pat's coming from. I don't love Capella just by himself. I got to find another piece with it, I think. Don't get me wrong, I love Clint Capella, but Drew Holiday is one of my favorite players. And it's not just a personal thing. It's, to me, the leadership. He's a leader.
Isaiah Hartenstein or
exactly. Isaiah Hartenstein looked like he used to take people's tests for them. He looks like the guy that was like at Harvard that was getting paid to take biology exams or something.
What?
Who's
Ben
that?
McLemore?
Fuck no, man. I don't want, dude. I can't. He kicked our ass yesterday, but I don't want. Look, to me, I love Capella. Capella.
The only way I see this happening, and they don't have much draft capital to spare.
Let's be real. Jackson Hayes is a couple years away. Yeah. No, I mean it could be. It could be.
And you're getting back.
I'd sell Tucker though. I'd consider selling Tucker.
And you're getting back.
I'd go. What if? Let's just say this. Let's say this. What if some team really just thought he was a glue guy, like a James Posey type in the postseason that could win them a championship? What if you would have what if you stole a first-round pick for PJ Tucker? What if you tend to move him elsewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if there's a package deal?
I give you like a 2020.
What if there's a third team, though? A third team. That's what I'm saying. A third team. Let's say the Pelicans move Holiday. They move Favors. If they come out of it with Clint Capella and say 2 or 3 first-round picks or whatever, would you something along those lines, you'd have to think about it. I don't want to just give Holiday away. I don't. Not at all. Favors is probably gone after this year. He was the guy, to me, and Redick. Those were the two that you thought, if this ship was going in the wrong direction, they were going to get moved in the middle of the season.
Veterans. That's the guys there to teach the guys behind them, directly behind them.
Exactly. You need leadership, and I think they're giving him that.
As a professional.
And JJ, he's under contract. See, to me, you don't need to have 3 or 4. I mean, having one in-house is good enough. I love Drew's leadership. I love Drew's defense. That's the thing, to me, would be the saddest part. I think offensively they could survive without Drew. Obviously, they've shown it. The defense is what hurts me, though, with Drew Holiday. His defense, look at what he did on Westbrook at times yesterday. Honestly, I thought he should have saw a lot more time on Harden, but they
snap judgment
chose not to go that route.
With him, Lonzo, Hart to a lesser degree, Ingram, if he could ever play like he does for stretches for like longer periods of time.
Yeah, he's got to get those hands up.
He'll be able to do it.
He's got to get his hands up more in defense and passing lanes.
As he has to carry less responsibility offensively, I think he has the upside to do it. He just needs to get his hands up.
He's got long arms. He's got pretty good footwork. He's just got to get his hands up. I see so many times, like on these breaks, just get those long-ass arms up, dude.
He's like 7'2".
He's like a pterodactyl.
He's like 7'2" stretched out.
Man, hey, I'll tell you this, man. Let's say this real quick. If anybody comes up with some good proposals, if they got some indecent propositions coming up there.
My snap judgment is I don't do it for Drew. I think Drew can definitely be like the third guy on a championship team if you get the other 2 guys right.
I like what's going. See, I don't want to break this up right now. I feel something good about this. I'll say this. I think they're just a matter of the growth process. It's a growth process at this point to me. Who knows? In another month or so, the chemistry keeps building and building, and Zion learns his defensive situation. He understands that
he just
more.
Needs to understand positioning.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I mean, I don't know this team.
Actually study tape of the guys.
I'll say this. I know we always have a fun thing saying, "Oh, hey, nobody wants to play that team," but I'll tell you this. I don't think a lot of teams want to play the Pelicans in the first round of a playoff matchup. I mean, I'll say this. You know what the Blazers do every year. The Blazers are pretty predictable. They don't have the front court to get to the next level. Damian Lillard is great. McCollum is inconsistent in the playoffs. I don't think the Blazers have the front court. Simple as that. I don't think the Spurs have the horses. Popovich is a great coach. He's got a great staff, but that team is not built to beat anybody in the playoffs. Let's be real. They don't have enough talent. That to me is one of the bottom 2 or 3 teams in the West based on just sheer talent. Memphis isn't ready. Memphis has glaring holes that the Pels keep exposing on the wing. They just outside of Morant and their guys inside, I'm not sold on the wing players at all. I mean, Dylan Brooks could have a nice game here and there, but they don't defend on the wing. I think they got some major issues. But the Pels would be the team to me with the mix of youth and veterans, and just some guys that are great one-on-one players. I think they could give teams a little bit of a fit because there's a lot of depth on that roster, man. That's what impressed me from when Griffin built this team going into the season. I knew it would be a gelling period of some sorts, but the depth, they have one of the deeper teams to me in the West. I'm not saying they're a top 4 team in the West, but to me, on just sheer depth, the Pelicans can go deep in the roster and have guys that can contribute during a playoff series. That's something to me. There's something to be said for that.
Yeah, man, they had a big game last night. I heard
there was a game played in South Florida. It was pretty important. That was pretty fucking important.
They had 2 quarterbacks. One in the league may have found out. As soon as he got to the league, and another guy, maybe they'll figure it out. After like 6 championships, there was a game.
Pancho is.
It was a game.
Is Pancho still believing Mahomes will get figured out?
Unless you're from Kansas City or Southern California, the Bay Area, hopefully.
North, NoCal.
Wine country. Then you better not root for either one. You just have to watch it very angrily, like angry that your team ain't in there, and just angry cat the whole thing.
I have no idea what was going on there.
Any emotion?
No, I mean.
Because it's not fun.
If anybody's there to listen for that, like if anybody wants to comment on that at all, I'd gladly love to hear it. If you're watching if millions and millions of people are watching a Super Bowl, you obviously got to have a little, skin in the game or whatever. You got to have some kind of something at stake. Whether you bet on a game, whether you hate another team, like I hate the 49ers or I hate the Falcons, I'm gonna root against them. Like if Mark Ingram would have made it, I'd have probably rooted, for Baltimore. I like Mark Ingram, as a Saint. There's reasons to kind of pull for a team, but I'm not celebrating on my front lawn pouring beers on myself when that team wins. But
I root for all kind of teams. Has anybody ever betted on anything in their life?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like
when money's on the line, you'll fucking root for somebody.
Shit. Yeah, you'll root for some guys you didn't think you'd root for, man. You do some foul shit for some money, man. That's for sure. That when you betting, man,
you start rooting for injuries. You go to dark places, and then you're like, I gotta stop doing that.
You sold yourself at the motel
for at least a few months. You just do seedy shit.
They catching you on the back page when you betting on those games. You going to Boston and you going to get some Southies coming your way. Shit.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Hey man, but look,
I've never been to Boston.
You're a fucking liar. But look, man, let's go into this, man. All right. First half, what you think happened? I mean, to me, it was a defensive line, and it was good play call from Shanahan. But the defensive line, to me, got them off to that start, and the play call from Shanahan had Kansas City off balance. I mean is that what went down? Bosa's pretty fucking awesome. Armstead, Buckner, great line, man. Great line.
Just kind of an overview thing that I kind of saw during the game. Mahomes had to book it a lot of times. Like, he couldn't just, kind of skate around like he does, float to a spot and just wait for somebody. He had to run for his life several times.
Yeah, absolutely.
These guys are trucking. Eric Armstead, freaking
Buckner, fucking D Ford,
Nick Bosa.
Are they all 6'3" to 6'7" with length, and they're all super fast?
They're super fast.
It's crazy.
And one of the things that you notice right away with Nick Bosa is his hip action, the way he turns on a dime.
Hips don't lie.
And he's coming to kill.
His hips didn't lie, right?
His hips didn't lie, just like the halftime act. And that's the real MVP, The real MVP, J-Lo and Shakira.
There's so much drama about that today, man. We were talking with J-Rod earlier. I wish she'd be on here. I don't see it personally, man. I think people are getting a little too crazy. I mean, let's be real. Every year there's some people hate about the halftime show. A lot of people don't maybe care for Maroon 5's music. We talked about some people thought the Who, obviously, they might have been over their best days behind them when they did the Super Bowl 44 halftime show. Jesus Christ, what's going on there?